we stopped at Sonic to get the famous Sonic iced beverages and got some food, which was a mistake. My chicken burger was very much lower than a Distinguished Gentleman's chicken burger, and I believe your hamburger was
My hamburger was great. If I was at like AM PM, I'd have been thrilled to get that hamburger. But since I was at a restaurant that's supposed to be famous for their hamburgers,
I have heard a lot of good things about Sonic, but it wasn't impressed at all.
Hot garbage.
So we got on the road, and
good notes.
About an hour and 45 minutes later, we got on the road about 6 p.m. out of South Bend, or maybe it was closer to 6:30, I guess, by the time we actually left. Yeah. So about 7:45 p.m. we encountered a serious Midwest rainstorm in
Thornton,
Illinois, south of Chicago, and Thornton.
It's a lot of rain. Really, can't really go into details. I can describe it for you. Basically, rain's falling from the sky in quantities that seemed somewhat Noah-like, if I was to expect that. But it was a lovely experience to be in the passenger seat where I have no control, basically watching my life flash before my eyes.
The windshield wipers worked splendidly, so that was a big relief for me. And
which is good, because I wanted a good clear view right before we die hitting the truck. I don't want that obscured. I want a crystal clear vision of the death impending, but that didn't happen.
No, there was no trouble at all, actually.
We lived.
We made it. We even made the correct lane changes and made it off onto the right highway. And passing through Illinois, there was some signs on the road. You pointed at one out.
The birthplace of Reagan. Who doesn't love Ronald Reagan? Well, I love him, but nobody else does. But regardless, the birthplace of Ronald Reagan. Technically, we didn't actually go to the birthplace of Ronald Reagan. We actually just went to the exit that gets to the birthplace of Reagan. Just sort of not as exciting, but we've included it in this vlog for no particular reason, so you know.
It is kind of ironic, though, that we passed by the exit off the interstate for the birthplace of Reagan. And why is that, Jimmy?
Do tell. Enamorous.
As it turns out, Ronald Reagan was born well before the interstate system was ever even thought of. In fact, January 6, 1911, his birth date, I'm pretty sure the interstate system had not been designed in any way, shape, or form.
If it has been, then we sound stupid right now, but we're just going to go on the fact that between the two of us, we're
absolutely confident.
Ish. We're confident-ish.
So,
Moving along. Where did we go next?
Well, we got to Iowa, which is a big step.
Who doesn't want to go to Iowa? To Iowa. Iowa!
And in Iowa, we stopped to get. We stopped at a truck
We don't
stop.
know what we did.
What?
The cool thing is when you go to Iowa, there's like right when you hit the border, I think Rod Sterling is actually the governor for Iowa, because it's like going back into time. Different place here in Iowa, and he'll tell you why.
We entered the largest truck stop in the world. I don't even remember what it was called.
Who doesn't want to go there? It was like Area 80 or
Interstate 80, Iowa 80
Iowa
truck
80.
stop.
It
was really big.
Catchy name, combining the name of the state, the name of the road. Iowa 80.
It was really big. It was
exciting.
It really was.
I just said that really loud. I don't know why.
I've never seen a truck stop this large ever. Multiple floors, it had like levels. At every level sunk down a little bit. They had everything. I mean, they had turn signals, your chrome parts for your trucks. They got your shot glasses, your mugs, your t-shirts, your ball caps, your leathers, your swords.
I just thought of something. Tell her about the beer. Because I just thought of something about.
Oh yeah. So
Here, I got you.
we get to back to the front of this monstrous facility, And I noticed there's no beer for sale there, and of course I wanted to get some beer. And I asked the lady if they sold beer there, and she says, "No way!" That's all she said. And oh, okay. And Mr. Levis and I had conferred on whether or not Iowa maybe sold beer in liquor stores. And I asked her if that was the case. She said, "No, we don't want the truckers getting drunk."
Which is only compounded in irony in the fact that all around the store are various personalized flasks. So apparently they don't want you to get drunk on conveniently purchased beer. Stock up on the hard booze. They had a flask, I kid you not, the
It was a 32-ounce
32-ounce flask. What do you... How big
That's
of
a
a cup?
quart. That's a fifth.
That was an impressive amount. That's not a...
That's a
That's
quart.
not a flask.
You buy your...
But it was metal. It looked like a flask. I mean, I guess if you
It
were
was...
600 pounds in your back pocket, but that was that big, I suppose it could be a flask.
You probably need a sling, like a shoulder sling. You just have it right
It's a
here.
stainless steel camelback. Fuck it, I'm getting wrecked. How does that work? Sorry about dropping the F word there. I didn't mean to do that. Rolling right along. Tomorrow, what do we do tomorrow? We've regaled them enough with the Iowa 80. You'll just have to go yourself. Hold on! Say to your pants, bitches! It's 1 o'clock in the morning, I'm yelling. This can't possibly go over well for the neighbors. Anyway.
We are in Iowa City, which it was the second capital of the Iowa Territory and the first capital of the state of Iowa, prior to Des Moines, right? Because Des Moines is the capital now. Sure.
I don't know.
Pretty sure. And
I'll ask my Iowa pen pals.
so, the home to the University of Iowa, and
Who would have guessed?
that's pretty much it. Tomorrow,
And corn.
we're going to Nebraska. We should be in Lincoln around lunchtime. I'll be having lunch with my mother, and hopefully we will get some photos, maybe even a little video from her, because she's very fun.
I'm pumped.
So, onward and upward, distinguished road trip number 1. This is...
Just like to point out for the record that we appear to be drinking side by side, sitting on what you probably can't tell is a bed, but actually
There are
is a
two.
bed. There are two.
There's another one.
Dose. I'm bilingual. Did you see that? I threw down the dose for you.
Yeah.